Yeah, so today I just wanted to talk about copying other people's work on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok, things like that. It's a really unique position to be in when you start, I guess you could call it a trend on Instagram or anywhere, and then people just start doing very similar stuff as you are doing, as I'm doing. I guess you could say like 3 or 4 months back, I went mega viral with an AI video. You might have seen it. It's this weird little creature that vaguely resembles a dog or a capybara, but it also has human features, and it's on the streets of Tokyo with a bunch of people petting it and stuff. And it just did ridiculous numbers, and I think ever since then, people really started copying that approach to AI videos, using the tools that I use, probably some of the prompts. I don't think I've been too public with the prompts themselves, but I think some people have surmised the prompts that I've used or gotten close to it. And yeah, just ever since then, there's been sort of a deluge of copycats and very similar material on Instagram, and it's kind of diluted the space. It has not really affected it, I want to say it's affected my reach. It's almost impossible to know for sure. But I have noticed some, don't get me wrong, I still get some pretty good views here and there. I still go viral from time to time. I've never gone that viral since that video a few months back, which I think is now over 1 billion views, which is just insane, even to hear that coming out of my mouth. But it is what it is. It's incredible. It's hard to understand how it got that many views. But where was I? I was, just kind of touching on how people are doing very similar stuff, and they're getting good views too. They're doing good numbers, going viral, just like I'm going viral. And it's just kind of a process of coming to peace with what's actually happening right now in the AI sphere with my work and how people are drawing inspiration from it. I feel like on the one hand, I should be very flattered, and I am, that people admire my work so much and see the virality in it that they choose to do something similar. On the other hand, though, like I just mentioned, it does dilute the space. It does possibly limit my reach. And it confuses people out there who might think they're looking at my work, but instead are looking at something else. And as an artist who really wants to distinguish themselves and to stand out, it is not working in my favor, I'll tell you that. But I think also I've really made a pretty good impression this last year or so, as far as getting my name out there, getting known in the space. And I feel like I probably shouldn't feel too threatened at the end of the day when people start kind of copying my works. Some of the time they come from pretty big accounts. Most of the time, though, it's the small guys who don't have a whole lot of followers or views. And I really shouldn't be too peeved about that. They're just trying to grow. They're trying to see what's doing well on the platform. And I can't say I haven't done the same in the past, when it comes to seeing what's performing well, what's going viral, and trying to put my own spin on it. The problem is, though, some of the time, these people are not putting a spin on my work. They are, well, in some cases, literally just reposting it unchanged, untransformed. And that's really unfortunate when that happens. That just gets an instant block from me, to say the least. Like, you get stay far away from my page if that's your intention. But most of the time, it's somebody that's making something very similar to my work, but still transformative enough to, frankly, get away with it. And I think that's mainly the group of people I'm referring to today on this video, is the copycats to a varying degree. And I'm also trying to be a little cautious because I feel like maybe I've been one of those copycats at a certain point in time. I'm trying to think of an example, but I've always tried to put my own spin on everything, but I feel like from time to time, maybe I do get a little close to the sun, so to speak, as I'm trying to capture a similar wave as other people in terms of going viral. But, I don't know, just some kind of, stream of consciousness types of ideas here. Nothing too on the cuff. But I appreciate you joining me on this day's edition of whatever.